Today, we welcome you to this heartfelt space where memories live on. Together, we'll honor the legends we've recently lost, celebrate their incredible journeys, and hold their legacies close. We'll also talk about WWE icon Seth Rollins, who continues to inspire millions of fans through his strength, dedication, and never-give-up spirit. Subscribe now and join our supportive family that keeps their stories alive. Johnny Valiant, born Thomas Sullivan on November 25th, 1946, was more than just a name in professional wrestling. He was a personality who left a lasting imprint on the sport. Growing up in Pittsburgh's North Hills, not far from the legendary Bruno Sammartino, Sullivan was drawn to wrestling from an early age. He even sought Sammartino's guidance on breaking into the industry, a mentorship that would help shape his path into the world of professional wrestling. Sullivan began his career in the Detroit territory, where he wore many hats: wrestler, referee, and even part of the ring crew under the infamous promoter, The Sheik. Trained by Kangaroo Al Costello, he traveled extensively across the United States, Puerto Rico, and Canada, honing his craft and learning the nuances of the sport in various regional territories. Early on, he wrestled under the name John L. Sullivan in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, from 1969 to 1973, where he faced top-tier opponents like Killer Kowalski and Toru Tanaka. While he often played the underdog against established stars, he showcased skill, charisma, and a resilience that hinted at the success to come. The turning point in Sullivan's career came when he met Jimmy Valiant in Ontario. Jimmy brought him into the World Wrestling Association, and together they formed the iconic Valiant Brothers tag team. Their chemistry in the ring was electric, and they quickly captured the WWA tag team titles by defeating Dick the Bruiser and Bruno Sammartino, a victory that solidified their reputation as one of wrestling's most memorable duos. Later in the WWF, Johnny Valiant won the World Tag Team Championship twice, first with his storyline brother Jimmy in 1974, and later with Jerry Valiant in 1979, both times defeating formidable opponents like Tony Garea and Dean Ho. Beyond the championships, Johnny Valiant was known for his charisma, showmanship, and dedication to the craft of professional wrestling. He navigated a career filled with travel, challenges, and triumphs, leaving an indelible mark on fans and colleagues alike. Johnny Valiant passed away at the age of 71, but his contributions, both inside and outside the ring, continue to be remembered as a significant chapter in wrestling history. Nelson Frazier Jr., better known to wrestling fans as Viscera, Mabel, and Big Daddy V, was born on February 14, 1971, in Memphis, Tennessee. From the start, his sheer size and presence made him impossible to ignore, and he would go on to carve out a memorable place in professional wrestling history. Frazier's journey through the squared circle was defined not only by his imposing frame, but also by his versatility, charisma, and ability to connect with audiences in multiple eras of WWE. Frazier first rose to prominence in the early 1990s under the ring name Mabel. Teaming with Mo as part of Men on a Mission and managed by Oscar, he brought an infectious, hip-hop-inspired energy that contrasted with his massive size. The team quickly made an impact, capturing the WWF Tag Team Championship in 1994. But Frazier's star shone even brighter when he won the 1995 King of the Ring tournament, transforming into the villainous King Mabel. This new persona elevated him to main event status, leading to a high-profile feud with Diesel for the WWF Championship. Despite the challenges of being a larger-than-life character in a competitive era, Frazier's performances left a lasting impression on fans. After stepping away for a period, he returned in 1999 under the Viscera persona, joining The Undertaker's dark and eerie Ministry of Darkness. Viscera's intimidating appearance and raw power made him a key enforcer, and he became central to some of WWE's most memorable storylines at the time. In the mid-2000s, Frazier reinvented himself once more as Big Daddy V on WWE's ECW brand. Managed by Matt Striker, he engaged in high-profile rivalries with stars such as CM Punk and Kane, proving his ability to adapt and remain relevant in the ever-changing wrestling landscape. Tragically, Nelson Frazier Jr. passed away on February 18, 2014, due to a heart attack. Yet his legacy endures. Whether as Mabel, Viscera, or Big Daddy V, he left an indelible mark on professional wrestling, remembered not just for his size, but for the energy, versatility, and heart he brought to every performance. Fans continue to celebrate his contributions, keeping alive the memory of a performer who truly stood out in the world of sports entertainment. Brian Pillman was born on October 27, 1962, in Los Angeles, California, into a world far removed from the roaring arenas he would later dominate. From a young age, Brian displayed an athletic gift that would carry him to great heights, first on the football field and later inside the wrestling ring. He played college football at the University of Miami, becoming part of the 1987 National Championship team, a testament to his dedication, drive, and competitive spirit. While football showcased his athleticism, it was wrestling that allowed his personality to truly shine. Pillman's early wrestling days began in Stampede Wrestling, where he teamed with Bruce Hart and earned the nickname Flying Brian. Fans quickly took notice of his high-flying moves and magnetic charisma, a combination that made him impossible to ignore. He had a natural ability to entertain, blending athleticism with a sense of showmanship that set him apart from many of his peers. His career took a defining turn in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where Brian introduced audiences to his infamous loose cannon persona. It was revolutionary, a character that blurred the line between reality and performance, making fans unsure of what was scripted and what was genuine. Pillman's unpredictability and willingness to push boundaries not only captivated viewers, but also influenced the way wrestling storytelling evolved, paving the way for more adult-themed storylines. In 1996, Pillman joined the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, where his creativity and risk-taking continued to impress. He engaged in memorable feuds, most notably with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and was never afraid to challenge the status quo, both in character and in his approach to matches. Tragically, Brian Pillman's life was cut short when he passed away at just 35, due to a heart condition compounded by injuries sustained over his career. Yet his impact on professional wrestling remains undeniable. Pillman's innovative style, fearless persona, and magnetic presence left a lasting impression on fans and wrestlers alike. Today, he is remembered not just for his athletic achievements, but for the courage and creativity he brought to the ring, inspiring generations who followed in his daring footsteps. Bobo Brazil, born Houston Harris on July 10, 1924, in Little Rock, Arkansas, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a trailblazer who changed the face of the sport. At a time when segregation was still deeply entrenched in American society, Brazil broke barriers with his talent, charisma, and sheer presence, becoming one of the first African-American wrestlers to achieve nationwide fame. Brazil began his wrestling career in the late 1940s, a period when opportunities for black athletes were limited. Despite the challenges, he quickly caught the public's eye with his impressive athleticism and powerful build. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Brazil combined raw strength with a surprising agility, often dazzling fans with moves that were considered high-flying for his era. But it wasn't just his physical abilities that made him stand out. It was his ability to connect with audiences. Brazil had a magnetic personality, and his charm in the ring made him a fan favorite wherever he performed. One of his most memorable moves, the Bobo Brazil Coco Butt, a headbutt delivered with precision and flair, became legendary, leaving opponents and fans stunned. Over the course of his career, Brazil captured multiple championships, most notably the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. His victory was historic. He became the first African-American wrestler to hold that prestigious title, opening doors for countless others in the industry. Brazil's impact extended beyond the ring, wrestling for promotions like the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and later the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. He consistently drew huge crowds, not just for his wrestling ability, but for what he represented, a symbol of progress and equality in a divided sport. Outside of wrestling, he was known as a warm and approachable figure, dedicated to mentoring younger wrestlers and advocating for greater inclusion in the industry. After retiring in the 1980s, Brazil remained a revered figure in professional wrestling, In 1994, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, cementing his place in history. Today, Bobo Brazil's legacy endures, not just as a champion in the ring, but as a pioneer whose courage, talent, and humanity continue to inspire wrestlers and fans alike. James Harris, better known to wrestling fans as Kamala, was born on May 28, 1950, in Senatobia, Mississippi. From humble beginnings in the Deep South, he grew into one of the most memorable and distinctive figures in professional wrestling history. Kamala was not just a wrestler, he was a character who captured the imagination of fans with his larger-than-life presence, tribal warrior persona, and unforgettable in-ring style. Kamala began his wrestling journey in the early 1970s, gradually carving out a niche in an industry that demanded both charisma and physicality. He performed in various promotions, including the AWA and WCW, before making his mark in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, during the 1980s and 1990s. It was in the WWF where Kamala became a household name. Portrayed as a menacing Ugandan giant, he donned face paint, a loincloth, and a mask that became his signature look, creating a character that was both terrifying and fascinating to audiences. Despite the fierce persona, Kamala's wrestling style revealed his remarkable athleticism. His finishing move, the Kamala Splash, showcased his agility and power, proving he was more than just a towering figure in the ring. He squared off against some of the biggest names in wrestling, including Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, and Andre the Giant, often in matches that left audiences on the edge of their seats. These encounters helped define an era of professional wrestling, blending spectacle, athleticism, and storytelling in unforgettable ways. Off-screen, James Harris was known for his warmth and humility, a stark contrast to the savage character he portrayed in the ring. He connected with fans not just through his performances, but through his authenticity and resilience, navigating the challenges of a demanding career with grace. Kamala passed away at the age of 70 due to complications from diabetes, leaving behind a legacy that transcends the wrestling world. He broke barriers for African-American wrestlers and created a character that resonated with fans across generations. Today, Kamala is remembered fondly, not just as a fearsome competitor, but as a beloved trailblazer whose impact on professional wrestling continues to inspire and entertain. Seth Rollins, born Colby Daniel Lopez, has long been celebrated as one of WWE's most dynamic and accomplished superstars, a performer whose combination of athleticism, agility, and charisma has enthralled audiences worldwide. From his early days as part of The Shield to his evolution into a top-tier solo competitor, Rollins has consistently proven his ability to adapt, innovate, and elevate every match he steps into. Yet behind the high-octane performances and sold-out arenas lies a story of resilience shaped by physical adversity, relentless dedication, and an unwavering commitment to his craft. Injuries, particularly to his knees, have threatened to derail his momentum multiple times throughout his career, forcing him into periods of intense rehabilitation, surgical intervention, and strategic adjustments to his in-ring style. While these setbacks have sometimes kept him away from WWE programming, they have also underscored the mental fortitude and discipline required to remain at the top of one of the world's most demanding entertainment sports. Beyond the visible triumphs, Rollins' journey offers a deeply human story of confronting vulnerability, managing pain, and navigating the uncertainties that come with a physically taxing profession, all while maintaining his status as one of WWE's most reliable and compelling performers. This narrative not only highlights the challenges of his professional life, but also explores the rumors surrounding his health, the measures he has taken to safeguard his career, and the reality of what it means to compete at an elite level with a history of injuries. Early career and the foundation of success before injuries became a defining aspect of Rollins' story. His early career was marked by rapid ascension and remarkable versatility. Trained in the independent circuit under the guidance of established wrestling mentors, Rollins quickly developed a reputation for his innovative moveset, technical prowess, and exceptional stamina. His work ethic and natural talent earned him a place in WWE as part of The Shield, alongside Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. where the trio captivated audiences with their cohesive team dynamics, intense rivalries, and unforgettable entrances. Even at this stage, Rollins demonstrated a propensity for high-risk maneuvers, executing aerial assaults and complex sequences that required precision and courage, laying the groundwork for his reputation as one of WWE's most daring in-ring performers. These early experiences not only showcased his athletic ability, but also provided invaluable lessons in resilience, strategy, and crowd engagement, skills that would prove essential when facing the physical and mental challenges of a career fraught with injuries. As he transitioned to a solo career, capturing multiple championships and headlining pay-per-view events, Rollins' persona evolved into that of a consummate performer, blending charisma, showmanship, and technical skill into a compelling package that solidified his place among the WWE elite. The 2015 knee catastrophe, a career-altering moment. One of the most pivotal moments in Seth Rollins' professional journey came on November 4th, 2015, during a WWE live event in Dublin, Ireland, an event that would test both his physical limits and mental resilience. Defending his WWE Championship against Kane, Rollins attempted a sunset flip powerbomb, a move that, when executed incorrectly, placed immense strain on the knee joint. The result was a devastating combination of injuries: a torn ACL, MCL, and medial meniscus, all requiring immediate surgical intervention. The ramifications were significant, not just in terms of physical recovery, but in the broader context of his career trajectory. He was compelled to relinquish the WWE Championship, a moment that shocked fans and underscored the fragile nature of even the most successful careers in professional wrestling. Undergoing surgery by renowned orthopedic specialist Dr. James Andrews, Rollins embarked on an arduous rehabilitation process that involved months of intensive physical therapy, careful monitoring, and gradual reintegration into training. Despite the severity of the injury, his determination never wavered, and his return at Extreme Rules in May 2016 was met with overwhelming support from fans and colleagues alike. This comeback highlighted Rollins' resilience, as he not only regained his physical capabilities, but also returned with renewed confidence, demonstrating that setbacks, however severe, could be transformed into opportunities for growth and renewed focus. The 2015 injury, while career-altering, ultimately became a testament to Rollins' unyielding dedication and his ability to inspire others through perseverance. 2017, confronting setbacks amid momentum. Just as Rollins appeared to be solidifying his post-injury momentum, fate tested him again in January 2017, when an encounter with Samoa Joe during an episode of Raw resulted in another knee injury, this time a torn MCL. The timing of this setback was particularly frustrating, as Rollins had been slated to face Triple H at WrestleMania 33, a high-profile match that promised to cement his legacy further. While the injury was not as severe as the 2015 catastrophe, it nonetheless required careful management, including the use of a knee brace and adjustments to his training regimen. Rollins approached this challenge with the same determination that had guided his previous recovery, incorporating targeted physical therapy and strategic in-ring modifications to minimize risk. His eventual performance against Triple H reflected not only his technical skill, but also his mental fortitude, as he demonstrated an ability to deliver high-caliber matches even while managing physical limitations. This period underscored a recurring theme in Rollins' career: the delicate balance between pursuing peak performance and safeguarding long-term health. Fans witnessed firsthand how a top-tier performer could navigate the intersection of ambition, physical vulnerability, and professional responsibility, offering a model of resilience that extended beyond the wrestling ring. Chronic knee struggles, 2023 to 2024, and the reality of physical demands. In recent years, Seth Rollins has continued to grapple with chronic knee issues, a reminder that the cumulative impact of past injuries can persist long after the initial recovery. Reports surfaced throughout 2023 and 2024 indicating that he had been performing while managing a torn meniscus and MCL, raising legitimate concerns about his long-term mobility and professional longevity. Unlike earlier injuries which necessitated immediate surgical repair, Rollins has chosen to address these chronic issues through a combination of rehabilitation, physical therapy, and workload management. This approach reflects a nuanced understanding of his body's limits, balancing the desire to remain an active performer with the need to prevent further damage. Throughout this period, he has maintained a visible presence on WWE programming, demonstrating remarkable discipline and adaptability, often adjusting his in-ring style to reduce strain on his knees, while continuing to deliver the high-energy performances fans expect. The chronic nature of these injuries also sheds light on the broader challenges faced by athletes in physically demanding professions, highlighting the ongoing negotiation between career ambitions and personal health. Rollins' management of his knee problems illustrates a proactive, informed approach to career sustainability, emphasizing the importance of strategic decision-making in the face of persistent physical adversity. Dispelling rumors, facts versus speculation. Given Rollins' history of knee injuries, it is unsurprising that rumors frequently circulate regarding his health and future in WWE. One of the most pervasive claims is that Rollins is on the verge of retirement. While speculation about his career longevity naturally intensifies following periods of injury, there is no verifiable evidence suggesting he plans to retire imminently. Rollins himself has acknowledged the physical challenges he faces, but remains committed to competing at the highest level, demonstrating both transparency and professionalism in addressing public concerns. Another common misconception is that he requires immediate surgery and could be sidelined for an extended period. While chronic knee issues have been reported, Rollins has publicly relied on alternative treatments, physical therapy, and careful workload management rather than undergoing urgent surgical intervention. This strategy allows him to remain active while minimizing the risk of exacerbating existing injuries. Similarly, claims that his knee problems render him a liability in the ring are inaccurate. Rollins continues to deliver top-tier performances, adapting his style to accommodate physical limitations while maintaining audience engagement and match quality. Finally, speculation about WWE permanently reducing his schedule remains unconfirmed, though it is plausible that the organization, like with other top superstars, may implement strategic adjustments to preserve his long-term health. By separating fact from rumor, it becomes evident that Rollins' approach to injury management is both calculated and reflective of his broader commitment to career longevity. The emotional and psychological impact of injuries. While the physical toll of injuries is readily visible, the emotional and psychological impact is often less acknowledged but equally significant. Rollins has spoken candidly about the mental challenges associated with repeated setbacks, including the uncertainty of recovery timelines and the pressure to perform at peak levels despite physical limitations. Rehabilitation is not merely a process of rebuilding strength. It involves confronting fears of re-injury, navigating self-doubt, and maintaining motivation during periods of inactivity. Support systems play a critical role in this process, and Rollins has credited his wife, fellow WWE superstar Becky Lynch, for providing guidance, encouragement, and emotional stability during trying times. This holistic approach to recovery underscores the importance of mental resilience in conjunction with physical rehabilitation, illustrating that professional success in wrestling demands both body and mind to be aligned in the pursuit of excellence. Rollins' ability to navigate these challenges serves as an inspiring example for other athletes and fans alike, highlighting the human dimension behind the spectacle of professional wrestling. Financial considerations and career sustainability. In addition to health challenges, managing a wrestling career involves financial considerations, particularly when injuries necessitate time away from the ring. Extended absences can affect contractual earnings, sponsorships, and performance bonuses, making strategic recovery planning essential not only for physical health, but also for financial stability. Rollins' careful management of his in-ring workload and rehabilitation underscores his awareness of the intersection between health and career sustainability. By remaining active while mitigating risk, he ensures a steady presence on WWE programming, thereby maintaining both visibility and earning potential. This approach reflects a sophisticated understanding of the business side of professional wrestling, emphasizing that long-term career management involves navigating the complex interplay between performance, health, and financial security. Rollins' decisions illustrate that resilience in WWE is not solely about physical recovery, but also about making informed choices that preserve professional viability in the face of adversity. The legacy of perseverance. Seth Rollins' career, marked by extraordinary achievements and punctuated by periods of physical adversity, is a testament to perseverance, professionalism, and strategic adaptation. From his early days with the Shield to championship victories and iconic matches, his story is defined not just by what he accomplished, but by how he responded to obstacles along the way. Each injury, each setback, and each period of rehabilitation has contributed to a narrative of resilience that resonates with fans and fellow athletes alike. Rollins has demonstrated that true success in professional wrestling is not merely about athletic ability or crowd reactions, but about cultivating the mental fortitude to confront uncertainty, the patience to endure recovery, and the wisdom to make decisions that safeguard long-term health and career longevity. His story embodies the broader human experience of navigating challenges, adapting to circumstances beyond one's control, and continuing to pursue goals with dedication and passion despite adversity. Current status and future outlook. As of 2024, Seth Rollins continues to perform at an elite level, managing chronic knee issues with care and maintaining a regular presence on WWE programming. While the potential for future injuries cannot be discounted, his experience and strategic approach to workload management suggest he will remain a top-tier competitor for years to come. Fans can anticipate continued innovation in his in-ring style, carefully balanced to protect his physical health while delivering the high-energy performances that have become his trademark. WWE may also implement additional rest periods or schedule adjustments to prolong his career and reduce strain, reflecting a proactive approach to athlete care that prioritizes longevity without compromising entertainment quality. Rollins' dedication, combined with the support of his family and medical team, positions him to continue inspiring audiences while demonstrating that resilience, adaptability, and strategic planning are essential elements of sustained success in professional wrestling. Conclusion: a testament to dedication and resilience. Seth Rollins' journey through the world of professional wrestling is a vivid illustration of resilience in the face of physical adversity, the courage to confront uncertainty, and the dedication required to excel at the highest level. Despite enduring multiple knee injuries, including torn ACLs, MCLs, and meniscus damage, he has repeatedly returned to the ring with renewed focus and determination, proving that setbacks are not endpoints but opportunities for growth. Beyond the physical challenges, Rollins has navigated the emotional and financial complexities associated with injury, demonstrating a holistic understanding of what it takes to sustain a career in one of the most demanding entertainment sports. Rumors and speculation about his health will undoubtedly continue, but the reality is clear. Rollins remains committed, capable, and resilient, balancing his passion for wrestling with strategic decisions that protect his long-term well-being. His story serves as an enduring reminder that success is often measured not only by accolades and victories, but by the ability to overcome obstacles, adapt to change, and maintain one's integrity and commitment in the face of adversity. For fans, aspiring athletes, and fellow professionals, Seth Rollins stands as a beacon of perseverance, a living testament to the power of dedication, and a symbol of the human spirit's capacity to endure, evolve, and thrive even under the most challenging circumstances.